Subscribe to Oculavanta.
So you've dabbled with AI tools like ChatGPT, right? But you want to go from just playing around to using it like an absolute pro. Well, you've come to the right place. Today we're going to break down a super simple 3-step journey to get you there.
It's easy to feel kind of overwhelmed by this whole AI wave, right? Like you're going to get left behind. Trust me, you are not alone. But here's the good news. Getting good at this stuff isn't some kind of magic trick. It's all about following a clear process. And that's exactly what we're going to unpack.
All right, so here's the roadmap for your journey. It's broken down into 3 levels. First up, we're going to master the art of the prompt, the absolute foundation. Then we'll move on to building a solid habit so you're actually using these prompts to get real value. And finally, we'll talk about creating a system for growth, something that'll keep you way ahead of the curve.
So yeah, today's explainer is all about hitting those beginner, intermediate, and advanced levels. And at the end, we'll tie it all together so you can forge your very own path to mastery.
Okay, let's dive right in. Level 1, the beginner. And it all starts with mastering the prompt. This is the foundation for everything else. So let's get it right. So let's talk about the big problem every beginner faces. You've been there, right? You type something into ChatGPT and you get one amazing, brilliant result, but then the next 10 are just garbage. The reason for that inconsistency is actually pretty simple. You haven't quite figured out why the good ones work, which means you can't make that magic happen again on purpose.
The secret sauce is really understanding the anatomy of a great prompt. Think of it like a recipe with 6 ingredients. Now, they're not all equally important. The task, what you want the AI to do, that's mandatory, obviously. But where you'll see a massive jump in quality is when you start adding context and exemplars, examples. The other 3, persona, format, and tone, those are like the finishing touches, the polish, that takes a good response and makes it truly great.
And look, this example shows the difference perfectly. The weak prompt is just vague. Explain this to me like I'm a beginner. It's fine, I guess, but check out the strong prompt. It gets so much more specific. We're adding a persona, you are a tenured college professor, and a much sharper context. I'm a college freshman. Suddenly, the AI has crystal clear instructions, and the result is just night and day.
Okay, so once you get the hang of what makes a good prompt tick, it's time to level up. Welcome to level 2, intermediate. This is all about taking that knowledge and turning it into a real consistent habit. The key to this stage is something called the create and refine loop. This is how you make AI truly practical in your day-to-day life. It's simple. Step 1, find a real, repetitive task you have to do. Don't just mess around for fun. Step 2, create a prompt to help with that task. And step 3, and this is absolutely crucial, look at the output, see what's wrong with it, and then go back and refine that prompt. You just keep looping until it's perfect.
Let's make this concrete with a real example. Say you want a workout plan. Here's a pretty good first try at a prompt. It gives solid context, 70-kilogram male, gym 5-6 days a week. It has a clear task based on the popular PPL, or push-pull legs routine. It even asks for a table format. Honestly, this is a really solid start.
But when you get the output back, there's a problem. The AI gave you all the right exercises, sure, but it didn't group them by day. They're not organized into push day, pull day, and leg day, which is kind of the whole point of a PPL routine. So the prompt was good, but it just wasn't precise enough. Time to go back and refine it.
And this is the fix. We just add one crucial sentence to our original prompt. This right here is an exemplar. We're not just telling the AI what to do anymore, we're showing it an example of the logic we want it to follow. This single sentence gives the AI the structure it was totally missing before.
And there you have it. The result is a perfectly structured, totally usable workout plan, all neatly organized by day. See? That is the power of the create and refine loop. You took a real-world problem and just tweaked your prompt until you had a perfect solution that's going to save you a ton of time.
So how do you know when you've officially hit the intermediate level? It's simple. It's that moment when your brain's default setting changes. Whenever you're faced with a new task, doesn't matter if it's planning a workout or prepping for a job interview, your very first thought becomes, I wonder if ChatGPT can help with that.
All right, so you've mastered prompts, you've built the habit, welcome to the big leagues. Level 3, advanced. At this point, the focus isn't just about using AI anymore, it's about building efficient systems around it so you can learn and grow continuously.
There's this great quote from productivity guru Tiago Forte that just nails it.
The big idea for advanced users is to minimize friction. What does that mean? It means you stop saving your favorite prompts in some random document somewhere. Instead, you build them directly into the places where you actually do your work.
So what does that actually look like? Well, if you use prompts to help write a newsletter, you should store those prompts inside your Notion drafting template. If you have prompts for answering common emails, save them using the Gmail template feature. The whole goal is to reduce the number of clicks and steps between you having a problem and the AI giving you a solution.
Now, the other half of being an advanced user is all about future-proofing your skills. And this really comes down to two pillars. First, you need a dedicated course to build a really deep, solid foundation. And second, you need a daily newsletter to stay on top of just how fast this AI world is changing.
And it's important to understand that these two pillars do very different jobs. A course is for depth. It's where you go to truly master the skill and build that core competence. A newsletter is for breadth. It keeps you aware of what's new, what's changing, and gives you a steady stream of inspiration. To really stay ahead of the game, you absolutely need both.
Now, here are a few great resources to get you started on both fronts. But listen, the most important thing here isn't to spend weeks searching for the absolute perfect course or newsletter. The real strategy is to just pick one of each and then stick with it. I promise you, consistency is going to beat perfectionism every single time. Okay, so there you have it. We've walked through the 3 levels to AI mastery. Now it's time to put it all together. This is where we shift from just learning this stuff to actually doing something with it.
And if there's one thing you take away from all this, let it be this. The goal isn't to just collect a giant list of prompts that you're never going to use. No way. True mastery comes from building a personal system that actually works for you. It's about combining that habit loop with a smart learning strategy so that these amazing tools just become a seamless part of how you work.
So, I'm going to leave you with the question to chew on. Think about your own work, your own life. Whether it's for writing emails, planning projects, or even learning a new skill, what's that one repetitive task you're going to tackle first? What is the very first system that you are going to build?